Welcome, folks. Shifting CS JB here. Out on a bike ride the other day, and dropped my daughter off at her boyfriend's house. That's a little weird for me. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I figured since I was up near Erie, I'd take a swing and a good look at my local rack store. So first off, we started off here looking at Ross's Dress for Less, which wasn't a whole hell of a lot. A couple of things I probably should go back and look at. But you see some English laundry, just typicals. You've got your Hugo Bosses and such. Um, Like I said, I saw Abercrombie and Fitch coming up here. I probably should have really looked at it a little closer. Um, but anywho, take a look and see what we find. I know on the women's side there's a couple. Tommy Boy here for the men's, $32.99. Hugo dark blue, great fragrance. Very, just a great versatile office safe. Boss selection. One there I've seen a couple times. I've been intrigued by. Zara Port Home. That's coming home with me at some point. Keep hearing people rave about it, or a few people rave about it. Then you see that. Try to figure out which. Abercrombie and Fitch. I believe it was $20.99 or $22.99. I know some people like those penguins. I don't know. I just have a hard time buying the 3 to 4 hour fragrances on purpose. It's usually stuff I buy on accident. Midnight Hour. Solid price, $22. Now this one here is one of my. I tell you what, this is a nice little gem here. It lasts 4 to 6 hours. It smells kind of like Cretaventus. Solid price for $26. Yeah, so a couple of decent buys here. If I didn't already have them, or like I said, I probably should have looked a little closer at that. The Abercrombie and Fitch. Anyway, looking at the girls section here. I always like to look for the wife and or daughter. This one here intrigued me for the wife. Matcha Latte by Cottage. $20. Yeah, some Marc Jacobs. A little bit of everything here. Just looking here, some CK, some 360s, Perry Ellis. Now this one, found men's English laundry. $15 over here. There we go. Car Felicity. Paris Corner. Great fragrance. Kind of goes along the way of Kalele Wedding Silk. And here's a Hugo for her, or Hugo Boss Woman. But yeah, that car, that's a pretty solid fragrance. My daughter has it. She loves it. So I have a little floral and goes into gourmand style. This one here, I regret not picking this one up, I think. Teriyaki by Latafa. Now, this isn't to be confused with Teriyaki Intense, but some Badi Al Oud, which I have all of them, but a nice little gift set for $26, whatever it is. The Vincent Camados, I've never smelled any of them, so let me know how those, if you guys can leave a comment, let me know how those ones. Now, I didn't really find a whole lot to, trip my trigger there, so we hopped back on the bike, took a ride over to my, one of my other favorite stores. I'll check out one of them at the mall. That's Macy's. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Macy's got a nice little cheap set bargain section upstairs. At least our upstairs. Off the elevator, or off the escalator right there to the right-hand side. Anyway, you got a bunch of cheap stuff. We'll take a look what they have. Sometimes you find some really decent buys. Sometimes you're like, eh. But, it's fun to look. That's half the fun of hunting, right? It's just the looking part. So I'm stopping at Macy's. And here, you got everything from Beverly Hills Polo to Mustang Ford fragrances to, you can find a little toffee here and there. Some gas, which is garbage, but, the 24 and under, the gift sets. The toffee is a little more expensive. I'm going to buy it here. Lataf Assad for $37. Get it cheaper other places, right? Now, this is a $10 rack. Everything under here is under $10. You got some Taratha, you got some Adidas. Which, guys, if you guys like Adidas, or if you have sons, young men in your life, Adidas is a great little brand. They last 3-4 hours. They're great out of the shower sense, gym sense, whatever you want to call them. My son enjoyed them, or enjoys them. Plus, they're cheap. This rack's under 20. Nautica Classic. You get some Nauticas, other Nauticas going on. I believe that's a Rose Oud by Beverly Polo. Then you have Pierre Gardin. I've never heard of any of his stuff, but some more English Laundry. And here they're about $17 as well. I forget what Devour is supposed to do. I don't remember anymore. I've looked at them. I just, again, one of those things that, you know, the 4-hour fragrances. Now, on the other hand, not this Tommy Bahama, but you get me St. Bart's, I will buy that one all day long. And that only lasts 3 hours. That's a perfect out of the shower scent. Oxford Blue's not bad, though. This one here, one of the stronger ones. It probably gets about 4 to 6, maybe. $17. Smells kind of like Versace Uros. But for a young man, that's a perfect scent type scent for him, you know. We get the women's section over here. They're cheap racks. Quima from Latafa. That's very nice scent as well. Little floral, nice powdery dry down. I enjoy it. My wife, she's unsold. She's not really sold over on it. My daughter really likes it though. Then we get the little more expensive ones. $20 for your Yara. I think it's Tao. Again, more Vincent Camado. You have Tommy Bahama Woman. That's a nice scent. $19. $5 cheaper than Nordstrom's rack stores. Some more Latafas. This one here kind of is supposed to dupe the Clayly Pistachio. But yeah, you know, just kind of fun to look around, right? And of course, they got their gift sets and such. Keep looking around. Here's the clearance section. And this is where it gets a little fun. You look at these little loose stuff, so you might find something for $20. Most of your Tommy Bahamas are that. But then you look for these yellow tags, because that yellow tag there means it's clearance. $15 for that one. That's my favorite right here. It is. St. Bart's. Can't complain about that one. Nice little gift set underneath it. Seascape, I believe it is. $15. Yeah, so, you know, Vincent Camado one. Here we're talking Perialis for men. I've never seen this one before, but $27. I don't know if this is any good or not, but hey, you know what? I think it's the reserve. So what it says, yeah. And looking around, you know, you get some nice clearance rack stuff. $24 for a Kenneth Cole. It's supposed to have a great scent, just piss poor longevity. Decor Blue, phenomenal. About $5 more expensive than you get it at Burlington, though. Now, one of these black ones are supposed to be solid foam. I don't know if it's the vintage black, but for $15, I almost snagged that just to give it a shot. I don't have any Kenneth Cole. But yeah, all these ones are all on clearance, so it's kind of fun. You know, you're looking around, see what they have. Like I said, Tommy Bahama for men, $15. Got some English Laundry here. I didn't see one laying down until I'm doing this video. But anyway, this one here is Throne, Oxford Blue, Crown, you know. So it's got some nice ones in it. So I think, again, right around the $15 mark. Perialis Red, that kind of dupes, goes in the line of Acqua di Gio EDT. $30, you get the whole gift set. Very nice fragrance. I have the Profumo, the EDP version. 360 Blue. Again, I think it's $17.99. It's supposed to be a solid fragrance. And most of Perialis's, I believe, last about, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 hours-ish. English Laundry there. Gift set. Which are great for, like I said, young men, kids. Alrighty. So again, nothing major here. I went out about. Figured we leave there, go up to TJ Maxx, so kind of buzz up there. Now this will be the last ride video I show you, because once I hit the main street, I ride a little aggressive, and I don't need anybody telling me how much of an asshole I am. You give bikers a bad name. I don't need that bullshit. But, yeah, so we arrived at TJ Maxx, what they have. Come wheel it in there. Starbucks? No, thank you. I don't know, Fragrance Hunt. Don't need no damn coffee. Alright, so the women's section had shit to look at, but with the guys section, you know, kind of looking at nothing there for a second, but you have some Versace Dylan Blue. That was for $79. Assad Zanzibar limited edition, $19.99. Guys, buy that. Brand line of Hawass, Invictus Aqua style. So much better than the regular Zanzibar, which sucks dick. I can't wear it. I have it, just a complete section, and that's it. You know, my stuff, and that's it. You got Quicksilver again, Fierce, Gucci Guilty, John Barbados, Artisan Pure. Get Michelle, Toy Boy for $60. So here I'm stopping into Marshall's. You always look at the girls section because you never know when you might find a men's fragrance over here. Taking a look, nothing really catching my eye today. I'm kind of curious about those Graces. Everybody ever try and let me know. Oh, look at that. That one's got a penis. Here's Mont Blanc Legend Red. Can't find the price. I figured I'd look for you. I think it was $24.99. College Vanilla Dunes. Solid fragrance. Looking through here. Another Machino Toy Boy. I believe that's the woman's version. Some Dolce & Gabbana there. Little 30 ml. And nothing really tripping my trigger here either. At this point in time, I'm thinking we're having a damn bust. So we'll go check out the men's side, where we got Jimmy Manchu, another Toy Boy, Gucci Guilty, Terre Hermes, Polo, I think that's Blaze. I might be wrong about that, but Summer Vibes, Cool Water. You got some Messies and some Intuition. Coach Blue, Versace Blue Jeans, which is an underrated fragrance in my personal opinion. Some Curve down there. Again, more Coach, Blue and Black, Tommy Bahama, Maritime. Another Coach Blue, some Tommy, Nautica Voyage, lots of Nautica. So again, another one of those racks where, you know, just kind of, nothing much. So we go to Burlington. Now, Burlington always had a little bit more luck. I ain't gonna lie. It's one of those things that, you know, you're looking around, you see some Ferragamo, especially the lady stuff. Now, I've been looking at trying to get my wife into another fragrance line, so I can just buy them for her. Gives me something to hunt for. And I like Ferragamo as my own type, so, you know, $29.99 for the Tall Pour Femme. The Signorias, I believe, are $19.99 a piece. Now here I did end up picking up a couple of these fragrances here. I get some dossiers between $20 and $25, depending on what fragrance you have. Victoria's a great one. So Yara's a decent one. $30 for this peach velvet. Haven't tried that. Any of the velvet ones from college. But there's some Sabrina Carpenter Sweet Tooth. Nasamat. Now that's a real nice gourmand. Though very vanilla. Very much a lot of vanilla. I smelled it yesterday actually. But you have a whole Yara set for $50, but going price for it off of Amazon. 4 bottles, 25 mLs a piece. You have Lions of Judah, the Conqueror. If I'm not mistaken, that's kind of a Sauvage style. $17. Some more dossiers. Let's see here. So what else we're looking at here, John Boy? Looking at Hugo Dark Blue. Like I said, great pickup, $30. It's worth a pickup. Assad, much cheaper, $5 cheaper. You only get the fragrance, but hell, if you find the gift pack, it'll be fine. EDP from Mont Blanc Legend. This one here is nice. $20 for the authentic moment. And just lots of CKs, some Hollisters, Latafa, King of Arabia. Now this one here I was intrigued by, though it's supposed to, I think, dupe Oud Marjaluga, whatever the hell you pronounce it. As you can tell, I'm a big redneck, so I can't pronounce shit. Otama Brahms Silver, great fragrance. Mighty King, it smells like Angel Share. Seen some more Hollister ones. I'm intrigued by this one. Just something different. Hugo Boss Man, I think this was $40 for the gift set. And that's a nice green fragrance. Nothing super about it. Very middle of the road. Some Toomies, $30 for the gift set. So anyway, I did pick up a couple fragrances. As you can see, Amber and Combi Away Tonight and Authentic Moment. These ones here, guys, were, the Authentic Moment was a surprise pick. The Infior by Ferragamo wasn't so good. Wife didn't like it so much. So, that being said, I will at some point do a better breakdown on those. But thanks for checking me out. You guys like it? Subscribe, comment what I've missed. Other than that, keep smelling great and leave a scent worth following.